In this video, let's explore video services that is within SharePoint Premium. Now, video services provides advanced functionality that basically leverages AI to process and enhance video content stored in M365. So it's like a combination of Microsoft SharePoint and then the stream services and AI. Now, some of the capabilities that are listed are like you can perform a video translation, video annotation, Microsoft Stream integration, and transcript generation. So, any video you upload in SharePoint, you will get an option to translate that video transcript into multiple languages. Now you can add a marker or a comments to specific timestamps in video, and you can also generate the transcript for the video file, the text transcript. So basic options you get is you can even trim a video, you can generate the transcript and download in either docx or VTT format. You can add a form or a call out, like that's part of the interactivity feature. You can add comment, like the comment can be a simple comment or a like timeline comment. Then you get various video analytics, and there's an interactivity analytics as well. So these are the settings which you get for a video. You can see the thumbnail, you can see the about video, you can see the transcript and caption, so you can upload, translate, and download the transcript. You can view the chapters, you can see the interactivity, comments, analytics, reactions, noise suppression, and audio files. Now, how to turn on the video service? So, as a part of SharePoint Premium, you need to turn on the pay as you go service. You connect your Azure subscription to the pay as you go services, uh, and then you will be able to leverage the feature of SharePoint Premium. And one of the feature is videos. So as you see over here, videos. So basically, it has just given an example, like let users translate the video transcript, but then there are more to it. So video translation. So transcript translation allows video editors to generate the translated versions of the video transcript. Now, once the transcript has been translated, it will be available for all the viewers. These are the various video settings you get when you say open a video in SharePoint. Now you get to see thumbnails, about, chapters, interactivity, noise suppression, reactions, audio files, etc. And you can even download the transcript as well. I'm going to go through each and every feature set over here. You can view the video analytics, you can view the interactivity analytics as well. Okay, so this is a SharePoint site which you see over here. Now, in order to enable the video feature, what you need to do is like navigate to org settings, and then from here you go to pay as you go services. You turn on the pay as you go services by adding a billing policy, which I've already done ahead of time. Once you do that, you will be seeing all the syntax related features around documents and images, storage, apps, etc. But we are interested in the video feature. So if I click on videos, I will go ahead and turn this on. Now this is already turned on for me. So it will turn on the transcript translation that allows video editor to generate translated versions of the video's transcript. Now, but the feature which I showed you, there are many other features which you can leverage. So I have this video library over here. So I've created a document library. Basically it's a type video library, and I will upload all the videos over here. So I have used my own channel video. So it's a short video, it's like a 1 minute video. I have uploaded this video over here. Now, if I go into say one of the video, I just click on it, it will start playing the video. How to block an agent to authenticate using. Now, this is the video screen which you see over here. Now, by default, it's coming from the Clipchamp application. So you have an option to record, upload, open editor, download, move to, copy to, and then there are other feature set. But if you look into the right hand side over here, you get to see various feature set, right? Now, on the right hand side over here, you will see the transcript, which is automatically generated. So as you see over here for 00 time, how to block an agent to authenticate using other forms of authentication. Then 031, click on setup. So you can click over here and the timeline will be navigated, and then you can play from here. Say, click on setup, and then you have an option to either set up no. Now you can even edit this transcript. Now this transcript is automatically generated, so you can click edit and then you can change whatever text you want to change it to. Okay, so that is first option. Then you can go ahead and download this entire transcript as a docx file. So as a Word document, it will open the file, and then it will store the transcript value. Now you can also download the VTT file. So as you see over here, it has downloaded the transcript file. Now if I download the VTT file, I will open this in Notepad and you will see some sort of a similar format. It is a bit different. It has a web VTT as a header, and then it has some GUID, and then there is a timeline, and then there is text, right? So this is like a bit of different format, but you can download that as well. Now, trim, you can select the left option over here, trim. So you just select the video start. Now remember, the feature which I'm showing you, it is not only related to the video setting and syntax, but then I'm showing you all the feature. Okay, so I have an option to select video start, video end, and then from here you can select the timeline, and if you click on commit, then you will be cutting that video. Okay, so you can go ahead and do that as well. So I'll just maybe pick up, say this part, I want to trim the start part a bit, and I'll just click on here, and then this will give you a menu. It says trimmed segments are hidden, not deleted, so this original video can be viewed or downloaded by user, and then if you confirm it, that particular uh, video will be trimmed. So now I got the trimmed version. Okay, coming to transcript. Now we have already seen the transcript. We can download as docx or VTT file. Then coming to interactivity, I can add an interactivity in the video itself. So add new, I can add a form. So I can go ahead and add a form. Now I need to get a forms link. So if you have a forms link, you can go ahead and use that as well. So let me go into maybe Outlook, or maybe, yeah, you go to MS Forms. So basically I'm just navigating to the forms application. So if you have the forms URL, you can go ahead and get this. So I'll just go into uh, maybe more apps, and then from here I will navigate to forms. Okay, and then I'll copy the forms URL, and then I can add that form in the list. So if I go into all apps, and then here you can pick up the forms and then get the form URL. Okay, so if the form is with like you already have a subscription for forms, you can just click on forms, and then there will be different forms which you might have created ahead of time. You can use that as a survey form or as a quiz, or maybe as some input from the user. So this is the form. So as you see over here, if I click on view response, this is Microsoft Forms, I can just start filling out the form. Now, if you want to get the form URL itself, you can just go into my form. So maybe this is my one of the forms to t-shirt sign up. So I'll just go over here, get the URL. Okay, or I just say collect responses, and then from here I can copy the link, and I'll go into my SharePoint over here, put the form link, and I'll say I want this to be starting at maybe somewhere here. Okay, and then I'll just say ticket. Okay, so what will happen over here, this video will start playing. So I'll just say click on continue video. So as you see over here, I've added this form. Now when this video plays, suddenly the form authentication and authenticate manual will load up, and then you start giving the feedback, and then either you can continue the video, or you, once you submit it, you click on continue video, and then the video will start playing. So you can add that interactivity. Also you can add a call out. So if you want to add a call out somewhere here, you can just say between, say, 0.15 or 17 to maybe 2022, I want to add a call out. Now this is the call out. Now here you can put whatever text you want, or maybe you can add a document. Like if you have a maybe a contract document, you can just maybe add whatever things. I have this document, so I can just type in the document name, and then I can click on add, and then You just take over here, and then that document link will be visible. To do that is navigate to Power Platform Admin and I can click on this document. So that's about interactivity. Then you go into comments. Now you get a comment where you can comment on the video, which I can click over here, and then I'll say this is good. And I can also type in a timeline comment. So I just click on timeline comment, and then I can say on 021 this is modified or something like that. So you can add it directly at a comment or at a timeline comment from here. So as you see over here in timeline comment, you will see on 021 you will see that comment. You can also delete all the comments. Video settings. Now you can view the thumbnail of the video, or you can edit the thumbnail, or you can upload the thumbnail. So you can go ahead and edit the thumbnail. You can pick up whatever frame you want. I'll just say select this frame, and then that frame will come up. About video is already ticked in, so you'll be able to see all the details of the video. Transcript and captions, you can upload a transcript, or you can go ahead and download this as a docx or vtt, or maybe you can translate this entire video into different language. So let me change that to say maybe Afrikaans, and I'll click on translate, and then that video will be translated to Afrikaans, and then you will be able to download the translation, okay, as a docx or a vtt file. It might take some time. We'll move ahead. You have an option to view the chapters as well. So if I click on, you can generate the chapters from the transcript. So you click on generate, and then the transcript chapters will be generated. You can navigate to go to chapters, and then from here you can see the chapters which have been created. You can edit it. You can edit the chapter, or maybe you can just go ahead and click on new chapter, and then you can just add whatever things you want from here. So that's again a good set of feature. Coming to video settings again, over here translating to Afrikaans is still going on, so let it happen. You have turned on the interactivity, you turned on the comments, you turned on the analytics, you turned on the reactions, and also you have something called as noise suppression. So you can set this as a default for the file, so viewers will still be able to turn noise suppression off within the video player. And in the audio files, here you can upload audio description or language voiceovers that users can choose during the playback. So again, you can upload the audio files, but remember the audio file should be in a specific format like the MP3, WAV, WMA, OGG, MP4A, and you specify which language are you uploading it. Now, if you see over here, the Afrikaans text is already translated. Now I can go ahead and download this as a docx file. So it will download the Afrikaans translated text. You can go ahead and view the translated text. Now this is in Afrikaans. I don't know Afrikaans, but then I think it has done a good job of translating this into a specific language as well. So that's the feature which you can get from here. And last but not the least, going to analytics. Here you will be able to see the video analytics, all-time statistics, statistics over time, viewers, so you can view all the stats for this video. Now this is not a good example. Let me go into one of the other video which I have seen a couple of times. I've made some edits. So maybe you may be able to see the analytics feature for this video. So I click on analytics, and then from here, if you see the last 90 days, there were 4 views. Last 90 days, there were like one viewer, okay. And interactivity analytics, here you can check the interactivity analytics that help you monitor engagement with the added interactivity. So same with this feature set, you can go ahead and explore all this option. So in a nutshell, you get a lot of options over here. You can trim, you can view the chapters, you can download the transcript, you can translate the transcript, you can upload an audio file, you can perform that interactivity exercise, you can put a comment or a timeline comment, you can turn on the reactions, you can turn on the chapters, you can view the analytics. Now here, if you see in the player you have a playback options which allows you to select the quality, caption settings, and also if you see the toggle captions, now you get two options, Afrikaans and English, because we have translated this video into Afrikaans as well, and that's why you see this as a transcript. So if I just select Afrikaans and play it, of authentication in the screen, as you see, I have blocked no authentication. So with this, you also get an option of noise suppression. So as you see, we have turned on noise suppression as well. So with this options turned on, you can click, or either you can select the keyboard shortcut as Alt A. So that's it, folks. These are the different video settings which you get once you upload a document in SharePoint document library. Now, remember, this is a combination of feature from SharePoint, Clipchamp, and also Stream. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching.